For what purpose does the gentleman from Colorado seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the rules and pass the bill H.R. 2916.
The clerk will report the title of the bill.
Union Calendar number 307, H.R. 2916. A bill to authorize, ratify, and confirm the agreement of settlement and compromise to resolve the Akwesasne Mohawk Land Claim in the state of New York and for the purposes.
Pursuant to the rule, the gentleman from Colorado, Mr. Crank, and the gentlelady from Washington, Ms. Randall, will each control 20 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Colorado.
Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 legislative days to revise and extend their remarks and to include extraneous material on H.R. 2916, the bill now under consideration.
Without objection.
Mr. Speaker, I yield myself such time as I may consume.
The gentleman is recognized.
I rise in support of H.R. 2916 to authorize, ratify, and confirm the agreement of settlement and compromise to resolve the Akwesasne Mohawk Land Claim in the state of New York, introduced by the gentlewoman from New York, Congresswoman Stefanik. The St. Regis Mohawk tribe is located on the border of New York and Canada along the St. Lawrence River. Following the Revolutionary War, the 7 nations of Canada and the state of New York signed the 1796 treaty, which gave the tribe its reservation. In 1824 and 1825, New York acquired land from the tribe without the federal government's approval, violating the Non-Intercourse Act, which reserves to the United States the exclusive right to acquire Indian lands and prohibits conveyance without federal approval. After decades of court proceedings, a 2022 Northern District of New York ruling determined that the state of New York's 1825 purchase of land violated the Non-Intercourse Act. Mediation between the parties resumed and culminated in a settlement signed earlier this year. The settlement would return approximately 3,500 acres of land to reservation status and would allow the tribe to acquire up to 14,000 additional acres from willing sellers. Additional provisions in the settlement include waived tuition and mandatory fees for Akwesasne Mohawk students attending State University of New York institutions and preferred rate power from the New York Power Authority. The settlement requires no federal monetary contribution and clearly defines the reservation's boundaries. Negotiated settlements related to Indian land claims under the Non-Intercourse Act require congressional approval, and that is why we are here today. H.R. 2916 would authorize, ratify, and confirm the Akwesasne Mohawk Land Claim Settlement Agreement and bring final resolution to a long-standing claim. I urge support for this bill, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman reserves. The gentlelady from Washington is recognized.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. H.R. 2916 would finalize a long-standing land claim in New York for the St. Regis Mohawk tribe by ratifying and confirming the agreement of settlement and compromise to resolve the Akwesasne Mohawk land claim in the state of New York. Under this settlement, the tribe will see 3,500 acres of land returned to the reservation status and have the opportunity to acquire up to 14,000 acres of land in the land claim areas. The settlement also provides the Akwesasne Mohawk students who attend State University of New York institutions free tuition and mandatory fees. In addition, the tribe will have the right to 9 megawatts of power at a preferred rate from the New York Power Authority and will receive $70 million from the Power Authority over 35 years. This legislation will finally resolve the Akwesasne land claim after 43 years of litigation and 11 years of negotiation. I urge my colleagues to vote yes on the bill, and I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentlelady reserves. The gentleman from Colorado is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I yield 2 minutes to the gentlewoman from New York, the lead sponsor of this bill, Ms. Stefanik.
The gentlelady is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to my colleague, Representative Crank. I rise in support of H.R. 2916, my bill to ratify the land claim settlement agreement between the St. Regis Mohawk Tribe, the Mohawk Council of Akwesasne, New York State, Franklin and St. Lawrence counties, counties, the towns of Fort Covington and Bombay, and the New York Power Authority. For more than 40 years, the St. Regis Mohawk Tribe and the Mohawk Council of Akwesasne have worked diligently to resolve the Akwesasne land claim in northern New York in my district. The last decade has seen very focused efforts between the tribe, local and county officials, and our congressional office to realize this long-sought agreement dating back to the 1796 treaty with the Seven Nations of Canada. This historic settlement provides long-term certainty and remedies in terms of lands, land acquisition, payment of past property taxes, and will greatly benefit our North Country community. For the St. Regis Mohawk Tribe, today's action represents the resolution of a generations-long fight, and finalizing this settlement allows the tribe to restore portions of their homeland, strengthen self-governance, and expand economic opportunities for the North Country. Unfortunately, I was dismayed to watch the agreement sit on the governor's desk for over 6 months while she refused to review the documents, then push last-minute changes, leaving members of the St. Regis Mohawk Tribe and the Mohawk Council of Akwesasne, who worked alongside my office on this legislation, in limbo and long awaiting the culmination of over 40 years of their leadership's hard work. Our office worked swiftly and diligently to pass this out of committee, and I am proud to have gotten this across the finish line in the House and look forward to getting this legislation passed in the Senate and onto the President's desk for his signing. This moment is the culmination of the dedicated work by many past and present Mohawk leadership, elders, and community members from the Akwesasne, as well as county and local officials, and I am honored to pass this bill in Congress. I yield the balance of my time.
Gentleman from Colorado reserves. The gentlelady from Washington is recognized.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I urge support for this policy and yield back the balance of my time.
Gentlelady yields back. The gentleman from Colorado.
Mr. Speaker, H.R. 2916 gives the St. Regis Mohawk Tribe clarity on their reservation land and resolves a centuries-old violation of the Non-Intercourse Act. This settlement is long overdue and widely agreed upon. It is up to Congress to take the final steps and authorize the settlement. I urge the passage of this bill, and I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields back. The question is, will the House suspend the rules and pass the bill, H.R. 2916? Those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, 2/3 being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended, the bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.